So welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about the transport layer of TCP IP model. So the objectives of this video are the transport layer itself, second is the TCP error recovery basics, and third is the same layer and adjacent layer interactions. So let's jump into the transport layer. So in an application layer, when a web browser sends an HTTP protocol along with the website, then a server will get the website and all the files related to that, and then it is ready to transport. But for transporting the files, the server have like two ways. So what are the two ways? They are the two protocols of transport layer. And what are they? The first protocol is UDP, that's user datagram protocol, and second is TCP, transmission control protocol. So now in UDP what happens is basically a UDP is like a flow of water. It's a stream of water where the data flows directly from server to your computer. So the best example of that is the current video. If you are watching this video, then all the data related to this video is coming from the server to your computer directly. But it is kind of an unreliable but fast medium of transport. But why unreliable? Because what happened is some of the content of the video is missing. Like it's like negligible because 1 or 2 seconds of video doesn't matters. But if you talk about a website, if website is transport through UDP protocol, then what happened is like 20% of the data is missing. Then you will not get the perfect information that you are looking for. Now let's jump into the TCP protocol, transmission control protocol. What happened over here is when a web browser sends an HTTP protocol requesting a website, then the server will get all the files and it will pack in certain packages. Now this packages goes from server to the computer one by one, and it is reliable. I cannot say slow because it is slow compared to UDP, but it is not that slow. And why it is reliable, let's figure out. So we will go to our next topic, which is TCP error recovery basics. So here it is the same mechanism when the website sends an HTTP protocol along with the website. I'm sorry, it was not website, it was a web browser sending an HTTP protocol along with website. Then the server will get the files, pack it into 1, 2, 3 file, for instance over here. Now if you can see, first and third file is successfully sent to the computer, but the second file is missing over there. So what happens over here is the computer will ask you to retry the whole thing. Like when you see when you are looking for a website and your web browser says try again, this is all it means. Like it is missing some of the files, and if you will try again, then the computer will ask for the missing file to the server. Then server will send that file. So here this is the reason why we can say that the TCP model is reliable compared to UDP, because there is really negligible or no loss of data in TCP model. Now let's come to the interactions. So based on the mechanism of TCP error recovery basics, so there are two layers of interactions, the adjacent layer and same layer. In adjacent layer, there is an interactions between the two layers. So the higher layer, which is the application layer, takes the help of a transport layer, which is the TCP protocol of transport layer, for the data recovery. So basically this is an interaction between the two layers. Both layers are working together, like they are interacting with each other to recover the data. Now come to the same layer. Now the same layer interaction is not between the two layers, it is between the two machines. So here the server and the computers are working on the same layer, which is on the transport layer. Normally what happens is the computer used to work on the application layer, not the transport layer. So only server used to work on the transport layer. But here to recover the data, both are working on the same layer, thus it is known as the same layer interaction. So you have to just differentiate that adjacent layer interactions is the interactions between the two layers, not the two machines, and the same layer interaction is between the two machines, not the two layers. So this was all about the transport layer of TCP IP model. So I will be back with the next video on network layer of TCP IP model. So thank you so much.